Hi guys, come on in. Bellmy Cherry here. My camera is switched differently, so I might look in the wrong way. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. One by one, hundreds by hundreds, thousands by thousands. Come on in. I am welcoming you all in today to this channel. If you're new, come on in, subscribe, notify yourself with the notification bell every time I post a video. We create beauty looks, we review beauty products, we buy beauty products, we love and try and enjoy it all here. So if that's something you're enjoying watching, subscribe for your girl. It'll do me a great deal. And if you're coming back, kisses to you all. Thank you for showing support, showing love. Today I'm coming in with my face with a little bit of everything. Concealed, cleaned up brows. I have two different shades of concealer on. I am testing out one concealer on the lid. I have my primer on, but today's video, on this video, we're gonna review a palette or palettes on the eyes. And then since the palette review is lengthy enough, we're gonna cut it short, come back with the full face done. But the full face base has brand new spanking products being used on it, so do check the base video, the full face video out as well, so you guys get to know what product I'm also reviewing on the face. And so on today's video, we're gonna go ahead and focus it around these two bad boys right here. ColourPop. We have a warm, cool tone shade palette and a warm shade palette. I did talk about these palettes on my new releases videos a month back. I was yet to get my hands on them, and then I spotted them, and so here we are to review the two of them. We're gonna go ahead and create two different eye looks, one on each eye. Okay, one on each eye. Okay, and then we'll see how they go. We'll see what the vibe is and how they're feeling, and the whole 9 yards. Oh man, I should have, right, used this. What is this supposed to be? Let me read. So this creamy shade does not feel like a conceal thing, right? It's just creamy. Perhaps instead of using the concealer, I should have just used that. Let me try. Let me go in with that all over the lid and the stars, it's called. It feels kind of not like a concealer, but it feels kind of greasy. All right, we're gonna leave it like that. Forget it. All right, so we have that little creamy thing on top of the concealer. Let's go ahead and dive into these warm shades for the crease. Let's go in with Take a Chance. Take a Chance is this sandy greenish slash grayish shade. I'm gonna use that on the crease. There's a lot going on the lid with the concealer and stuff, so I don't know. Let me start with the darkest shade. Sleek Over. It's a really dark brown on here. I'm gonna place that on the right here. There we go. There we go. It's gonna be messy, but then it's gonna be beautiful. I'm looking for my tight, smaller brush. Really dark, almost like a dark brown gray. Yeah. I'm gonna go with a much more rounded brush back to that take a chance shade to thin out or diffuse the edge of that brown. Let me go to, let's stick with that. And I'm gonna go back to that deep shade to deepen it up. Okay. What about cool down? Let's try cool down. Look here. Be very cautious because there's a lot of kickback on the pen with these shades. And hence, we do not have a cover for that creamy shade. Great. Let's go to, let's go to cool down, which is that grayish shade. Aren't they all some type of gray? No. And try to blend that into it as well. Whichever one works. Cool down is much closer to it. Yeah. There we go. So cool down picks up nicely on the edge of the sleek over because it's another darker shade, but it's not as dark as sleek over. So I try to jump 2 shade into the lightest, to the light one to try to blend it, but I guess gradually you could add each shade next to each other to blend into them, into the other perfectly, like this one. I don't know if what I just said made sense. Let me show you. So I went into this and jumped to that one directly to blend out the edge of this, but you could have still see the dark, line from the darkest to the lightest shade. So to blend it much better, I use this dark shade and then this dark shade and then this light shade. So it's just gradually lighten up much better than, from dark to light. So that kind of helps. Okay, we could leave that there. On the lid, we did put that little In the Stars paste on the lid already. I can easily go in with a couple of the shimmers on here. To the Query, Carbon, Fortunate One. Ooh, Fortunate One is pretty. So let's use Carbon all over the lid and then Fortunate One on the inner part. Is this. Let's try to paste one more time. Let's try to, cut the eyelid with the paste once again. See how that goes. Where's my concealer brush? So we did that. Let's go in with our finger or the brush. Let's go in with the brush first. Carbon is what we're going into. Let me use my finger. Yeah. Y'all see? Let me put y'all closer. So we're using Carbon right now. And then we're going to go into Fortunate One, which is this, on the inner part. I love using shimmers with my fingers, y'all. It's just something, like, I don't think the brush does anything with the shimmers. But look. Ooh, okay. I could also go into the Query, which is this shade on the very end of the crease, because it's a tad bit darker than the other ones. And I'm gonna go into the Sleek Over to blend that into the shimmer. Nice blend. Nice. And I'm gonna go into the Faded, which is this light nude shade here, on the inner part, to kind of be softening up the edge of the shimmer. That's that with the twist of Slate. We're gonna go into, this time, Set in Stone, which is the warmer shades. With Set in Stone, let me switch my brushes. So with Set in Stone, doing the same thing, dive into this Steady shade, which is really deep, warm brown. We're gonna put that on the crease. The shade is so pretty. Y'all see the difference when you use a small brush versus a big one with the deep colors? Look how precise and controlled this is. Nice. Very pigmented. We're gonna go into next deep shade. Oh wow, that's pretty. That is so pretty. And let's use a blending brush with, I'm gonna skip the next shade. I'm gonna go to Gravel, which is the light, this one. I'm skipping this. I'm gonna go into that one. Look how, ooh, I like the warmer palette better. I'm so sorry, but I like the warmer palette better. Those browns perform differently than this one. Perhaps it's the brushes too. It could just be the brushes. But look, it is nice. I'm going back to that second deep shade. You don't see any harsh lines. You don't see anything. You just see different dimension of brown, from light to mid brown and then dark brown. That's all you see. These colors are really nice. We're gonna do the same thing. I want to use a different brush this time. I'm gonna use a clean brush. Rock Solid is the name of the creamy shade on here. I'm gonna swirl that in there. Okay, it's much more orangey. I put it on the lid where we're gonna place these shimmers. I'm not even bother going in with the brush. Let's go into Dimensional, or Dimensional, however you want to pronounce it. Clean our hands. Dimensional is this shade here on the outer part. Really nice and rich. Really pretty. And then to leave room for the rest, we're gonna go into Hammer Time, which is the next one. Hammer Time, and then we're gonna jump over to this one. Hammer Time is really gold.
I'm having a problem.
Ooh. And then this time I'm gonna need a brush because my finger may not, won't be able to fit all the way in there. We're gonna use Stone Work, WERK. All right, on the inner part.
Blend that into the.
Going back, I'm gonna go into the gravel color to somewhat soften up the edge of the shimmers, and they are blending into each other beautifully. Okay, we're gonna go back into the deepest of the deep. Where's that brush? Which is Steady, into that dark shimmer. All right, so I think that's about it. I didn't get to use Looking Sharp, which is this light shade here. We can definitely without a doubt create a banging all my matte look with these mattes here. I'm loving the colors on this palette. The browns on here don't come to play, y'all. This is like, ooh, everyday brown, neutral, soft and creamy look. It has to be the same formula as the other ones, right? But they're not really sitting well with my spirit, these shades. Perhaps this one. I like this one. I like what it did going into that one. I mean, it feels creamy, just as creamy as the other one, but the way it looks on me, I would prefer the warm one, of course. And the shimmers are beautiful as well. So let me go ahead and finish off the face and come back with the lower lash line done, and we discuss the palettes more. We're gonna finish the lower lash line and put on our lashes and lips and everything, and then we call it a day. On the cool side, I'm gonna go in with this shade. I did not get to use it, which is Night Vision. This one right here is what we're gonna use under the lid. Night Vision. It's another gray but deeper. I don't know, because this is a cool shade range on here. I was gonna say a little warmer, but everything is cool. Cool. Look it, it's already popping, blending well with the top. I'm gonna stop it midway, and y'all know what I normally do when I do that. On the like the bottom, I could go in with So Faded, which is this one, to kind of fade out the bottom. And we're gonna do that first. Let's see. There we go. So that's that with So Faded. On the bottom inner part, I might as well use this shade. Oh no, I'm gonna go back to Carbon, and then to give me a pop, I'm gonna miss the brush this time. Let's try Mika. Mika was not touched. We haven't touched Mika. Let's do Mika instead. I wish this had a mirror so I could just look down. Lightly spread it so it's thin out on the inner lower part of the eye. Really pretty. I guess this the highlight I'm using is really going well with the cool tone shades of this palette. But as far as Set in Stone, which is the warmer side, we're gonna go do the same thing. We're gonna go to So Chiseled. So Chiseled is the only matte brown we did not touch, so we're doing the same thing here. We're gonna go take that on the lower lash. And we're gonna take Looking Sharp to thin it out. I'm just gonna use the same. I just wipe off and use that same one. Really pretty. Like this shade could erase, delete, eliminate any type of error you'd done created. You see how it just highlight or sharpen off that smokiness from the outer part here, brighten it up. I love those light shades just for that, because it kind of helps you correct whatever error, like an eraser. Let's do the same thing with the other one, because I don't want this one to be, this isn't as light, but we could see how we could just sharpen. Just, you see, it just erase any area you do not need to worry about. Okay, so we did that. On the inner part, I want to use the same brush because this was really nice applying the shade. Let me dust that off and mist it again. And go in with this shade right here, Stone Work. Is that what I used? Yeah, I used that, but I didn't use Concrete though. Concrete is this one. I used this one on the lid. But let's go into Concrete for the sake of using every all the shades on here. Yeah. We are Crying Shimmers. Really pretty. All right, guys, face is fully done. What do you guys think? Okay, on the eyes, oh my God. These two palettes, if you can grab them, I would say grab them just for the case of this. If you are a cool tone shade type of girl, you would love this. But I love this best. Set in Stone is really, 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 really nice with those browns underneath there. I don't know. I don't think I have other palettes of ColourPop that has these shades. I might be mistaken, but I don't think I do. These are so pretty. Besides the size, it being small and stuff. How much was these two? I will put the price of these two on the screen for you guys to see if it's worth it. Colors are popping. These are regular ColourPop shades, beautiful melting into your skin type of shades. Really, really pretty, beautiful eye look. This is my favorite, and that's what I'm sticking onto the stone with, whatever. And I really like it. These two palettes are really pretty. Other than that, this is it. This is the full face. Yes, Blue. Blue likes it. Yes. And yeah. Yeah, this is from ColourPop, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this eye look created from these two palettes. And let me know what you guys think if you were able to grab these two palettes on your end. How do you like them? And you know what you like, what you don't like, and we could discuss it in the comment below. And yeah, so until next time, don't forget to subscribe so you don't you know stick through with me, and also click on the notification bell so you don't get to miss out looks every time I post. I am trying to post every day of the week, and if I do get to miss a day or so, it might be due to editing purposes, because that may take a while. But every day I'm filming, okay? And let me know what you guys think of this eye look. Warm or cool? Which one is your favorite? Do let me know in the comment. And then I'll see you guys on the next one. And oh, wait, don't forget the full face. There's a full face video with the products on the face. I am loving this face. The only thing is this under eye powder, under eye setting powder, and the concealer that may be too light for the rest of the face. But what we're gonna do is makeup. We're gonna wash it off and call it a day. But do check that video out so you guys get to see which products we are referring to. And yes, and I'll see you guys in that next video. Okay, all right, good night, my love. Stay safe.